Well, there's 4 common reasons why plantar fascia pain returns. With treatment, it took maybe 4 to 6 weeks to get it under control. You've done very, very well. It could take another year, maybe 3 years, even 5 years, and now you're starting to have the symptoms that come back, and there's a couple reasons for that. Treating plantar fasciitis is basically a balance act. It's a combination of the foot mechanics, how well the foot's working or not working. It's a matter of how many steps you do, and body mass are all integral parts of controlling or not controlling plantar fasciitis. Now, there could be a change in force, and we're dealing with gravity. Gravity is not our friend. To give you an example how important that is, let's say there's a 5-pound change in weight, either up or down. For a 5,000 step day, that equates to 25 tons at the end of the day. If you're running, that's 75 tons. Carrying a 18-ounce water bottle, that weighs about a pound. That's an extra 5 pounds or 5 tons at the end of the day. So a change in BMI or body mass is a pretty important affair with plantar fasciitis. It turns into a really bad cycle because if the heel starts hurting, you can't be active. You can't be active, you can't control your weight, and that just amplifies the problem. So it's really, really important to maintain activity through the process of treating plantar fasciitis. There could be a change in activity. People are planning on going on a hiking trip, doing the mini marathon, some type of running event coming up, so they're going to do more steps. Running is pretty ballistic. That's almost 4 to 6 times your body weight per step. And walking is about 2 times your body weight. And cycling, virtually none. Swimming, virtually none. So those are non-ballistic activities that will help. But if running and walking are important, controlling the mechanics are going to be critical for that. There could be a change in treatment. You're doing well, everything was working, but something's changed. A traveling trip, you forget to stretch. You can't wear your orthotics or have limited time in your orthotics. Summertime is pool time, it's flip-flop time. No orthotics, no control. That aggravates the plantar fascia pain, and that may be one straw that breaks the camel's back. A classic example is springtime. People coming back from spring vacation, and they see me in the early spring, and I say, hey, you've been on vacation? They say yes, they're surprised. And I say, were you on a beach? And they're surprised when they say yes. What happens is when you're on a beach, you get into a negative heel from the sand when it drops down. Sometimes you don't stretch, but just that negative heel alone, if you don't increase your stretching prior to the vacation, will start having heel pain again. The Achilles tendon is a big player with this. What I hear all the time is, well, I was doing so good, I didn't think I needed to stretch anymore. That's a fatal error. Shoes are the foundation for orthotics. They also help control the foot a little bit. They can even make it a little better or a little worse. There are certain things that will help that out. And people are working from home, so they're not wearing shoes, and they're underestimating how many steps they're doing at home. That can lead to a return of plantar fasciitis. And there's a whole bunch of myths people treat that are kind of temporary. They're not really treating the damaging forces, they're treating the symptoms. And those include rest, massage, Graston's ice, NSAIDs, the latest and greatest anti-inflammatory barrier food. Those are more trendy than they are true. They don't really actually treat the long-term affair. They may make you feel better right now, but they don't do much next week, next month, next year. So if you're hanging out in a group of 5 people, you have plantar fasciitis, and guaranteed one of the other person in that group is going to have plantar fasciitis. If you're hanging out with a group of 5 runners, most likely 4 of the 5 will have a history of plantar fasciitis, and I fall into that group. So feel free to share this video with them. That might help them out. We have plenty of other information about plantar fasciitis on their webpage. Feel free to take a look at that. I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm Dr. Leibovitz, your Central Indiana go-to foot doc.